So, one thing I wanted to preface before starting this video, I'm making this a two-parter. This is going to be part one, where it's going to have the reading, the mini reaction reading I do, and it's going to have a bit of the review. And then I'm going to have the review in a second part that I will link. I will upload both together, and I will link the review at the end of part one. So, please, watch both videos. Now, if you're wondering why I did this because I had a lot to say and I had a lot to analyze about this chapter, and I did not want this video to be like 50-40 minutes long. So, what I did is I just split it in two, and I noticed that it just has a nice amount of time in between the two. So, I'll tell you at the end of this video when to go to part two, and I'll probably have like a timestamp on top, and I'll try to link it at the bottom. So, yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. Okay. It has been a week. I've abstained from spoilers again. Despite, Okay, and now that I've bitched and everything is done, let's get into the most recent chapter of Rent-A-Girlfriend, chapter 181. This is my reaction / reading. Alright, y'all.
Let's dance.
His feelings towards Mizuhara are on the verge of exploding! It's sudden, but he's going to confess? I'm going to confess to Mizuhara. Huh? Mizuhara? She's there. To always have them by your side. There's no point in putting this off. I'm doing it! I'm doing it right now! Wow! Yes! Oh shit! Kibei's in the cover! Hello! Hello! He goes by the name Yoshike Kibei. In your time of need, you can count on him. He's the perfect friend! Okay! I agree with that. He's a pretty homie. I like what Reiji's been doing lately. He's been putting other people on the cover besides Chizuru, which is pretty interesting. Ever since like some stuff on Twitter, he's asked people, he's like, who do you want on the next cover? Yada yada yada, and he's been changing it up a bit. Oh, cute as Kazuya right there. Oh, look at this poor bastard. So let's see here. Kanojo Okarishimasu, Miyajima Reiji, chapter 181, The Girlfriend. And the Determination Part 2. Okay. And you guys can't see it here. You can see it now. Okay, he's about to do it. Huh?
Aw, he's all tuckered out.
Ooh! Wait, eat shit. Huh? Wait, what? How long have you been standing there? Oh, I just happened to be strolling by. Just a funny coincidence. I see. You're going out empty-handed? You should enjoy the 4 seasons, you know? It's the autumn stroll, I'm fine. More importantly, what's the hurry? I wanted to talk to you about something. This is perfect timing, actually. Huh? With me? Oh, is this relating to Mami? Oh shit, she looks so serious too. Oh no. What? You can tell they're in Kazuya's room because I'm here. What? Mami-chan knows about us? She knows we're still seeing each other? Pipe down, you're making a racket. Mini-chan lives here too, remember? Seriously, we don't need to shout, and your face is a mess. Sorry, but come on. How? What makes you think that? April 15th, cocoa bag, white. Huh. I called it. I knew it. I literally said she would call it. Yes. Okay, let's stop now. Let's get back into it. The day Mami-chan barged in here. That was the bag I was carrying. Huh? The notebook records every outfit I've ever worn with my clients. I don't want a client thinking I wear the same outfit with them every time. Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't know she did that. What a pro. What? For real? Impressive. But that still doesn't explain why you think that. I ended up running into Mami-chan after that. We were on the train to Ikebukuro. I'm gonna pretend I said that right. You saw Mami-chan? What happened? The Coco's new spring bag, right? Did you buy it recently? That day, I had the same bag with me. I thought it was strange at the time why she would care about when I bought it. I'm sure she was confirming her hunch. I like Detective Chizuru. This is way more interesting aspect of Chizuru. Hell yeah. I bet she saw it once before. Here, in this room.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What? So back then, she saw Mizuhara's bag in my room? Kazu-kun. She saw it. But then, I thought I hid your stuff. I could have sworn. All you hid were my shoes. As for my bag, I'm not sure. Wait, maybe you're overthinking this. I mean, Mami-chan's been in contact with my grandma. I bet it's just a coincidence that she brought the bag up. Yeah, no, she doesn't buy that shit. I wouldn't buy that shit. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's just think about this logically. But no, I mean, that would... Mami-chan knows that we're still in contact. It's not a big leap to think she's guessing the rest. But she hasn't said anything. She hasn't said anything to anyone. Things are more precarious than we assumed. I think that's the smartest way of looking at it. Oh man, they finally caught on to Mommy. Shit. This is intense. I'm digging this. Even so, there's not much we can do right now. Best we can do is watch and wait. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know why Mami-chan's even trying to warm up to your grandma. But we should both stay alert, okay? God, just what the hell is Mami-chan up to? Improvised sound damper. Why didn't she say anything to me? She knows about us and she's also trying to warm up to my grandma? That's really suspicious. She's already warned Mizuhara once. She's definitely pissed off. And even more so if she knows that she was in my room. Okay. Who knows what she's told to who? This is really, really bad. We're sitting on a powder keg. God, it's not like I can ask about this online. She's probably blocked me anyway. We barely ever talk. It'd be awkward to start asking a bunch of questions. I'll protect you. I swear I will. I went and said that, but there's nothing I can do to help her. Just a bunch of big talk. No, there is. There's one thing. I can confess. I'll confess. I'll do it right now. If Grandma's going to find out the truth about Mizuhara, as long as I'm already dating her when she does find out, I'm sure she'll understand. I'll take the lie and make it come true. I love you. Please go out with me. Oh, okay. No. I almost fell for that. He's imagining this. That was a close one. I almost fell for that. Damn you and your paneling, Reishi. Are you for real? You're dropping this on me now? Read the situation. Did you not hear anything I said? You think this is really the right time? No. I can't. If I do it right now, I'll just look like an asshole who can't read the room. Well, I should just talk to Kibe again, just to see where things stand. Try and get a read on the situation. And that's why Kibe is on the cover, y'all. I have to hurry. I really need to do something ASAP. You're sure? You promise? Really think about this. There was nothing weird about her. Huh? Where's this coming from? You realize you're strangling me. I'm talking about Mami-chan. Come on, did she drop any random questions about Mizuhara? Anything, no matter how small. I already told you no, didn't I? She's actually been a really good worker. We've only exchanged a few messages, but it seems like she's just serious about finding a job. Like, I get it. She's your ex-girlfriend. You don't want her getting to chummy with Negami-san. You're worried she'll get in your grandma's head, right? But Kibe doesn't know what's going on. He's been surprisingly dumb about this. He could be overlooking something. What's with you? What's got you so worried about her? Don't tell me you're still... I'll kick the crap out of you, dude. No way. Are you stupid? You've been with Chizuru-san for nearly a year and a half now, right? Maybe it's time you get serious. Wow, okay, see, even Kibe's saying it. I think Kazuya should really just go through with it. I can already see you in a suit, standing in a church with Chizuru-san next to you as your bride. Wouldn't be that strange, really. He's such a homie. What a homie. I'm dropping a single tear. Oh my god. What a homie. But this line is bolded, hence foreshadowing. Hence, Kazuya is gonna do something soon, baby. Oh yeah. Sheesh, I'm so goddamn jealous. He's not a bad guy, and I bet in the end, he'll make you happy. Kibe, you really are a good guy. I wonder, what would Kibe think? I'm going to confess to Mizuhara. When I confess to Mizuhara, pretty sure I'm gonna get blown out and cut off. If I tell him everything, will he be pissed off? Or maybe he'd just laugh. He's been my friend forever. You could even call him my best friend. If I tell him the whole story, maybe I won't have to worry about him outing me to grandma. We don't have to worry about Mizuhara's grandma finding out. Not anymore. Kibe's the only one that I can talk about this with. Kibe, there's something I need to tell you. Huh? Why, hello there, Chizuru Mizuhara.
Ooh, that was crazy.
Yeah, okay, I'm saying it right now. I'm gonna read the spoilers for next chapter. I can't do this anymore. What are you fucking? Oh, this is awful. Oh, okay, let's read the thing here really quick. Kazuya's determination to confess to Kibe?
Who?
Meanwhile, a dangerous situation unfolds. Next time, chaos at Nirama University. Oh my god, I'm a fucking imbecile. How did I not realize that Mami realized that motherfucking Ichinose is goddamn Mizuhara?
Oh, how cute. He named it. Oh, shit.
How did I not notice this? I looked at this in retrospect. I'm such a fucking idiot. Oh my god, what a unit. What a monster! What a monster! I don't give Mami enough credit for how, like, perceptive she is. Holy shit. Holy shit. I can't believe I didn't pick up on that. Cause Mami has never interacted with Ichinose. Way to just catch me off guard. Got me good, dude. I didn't even think about that. Like this adds 10 times the amount of tension I felt before. Like, you know how I was mentioning how tension was just fucking building this whole time? This adds 10 times the amount of tension. Sweet mother of God, Jesus Christ. Oh, sweet baby Jesus on a Mercedes-Benz. Chizuru, you have permission to run. Also, interesting note I wanted to point out here. I like how Mami's wearing a sweater, kind of like how Chizuru wore a sweater. She's putting on armor. The armor being her, aha, I'm in control facade. Just interesting note. Don't worry about it. I find it interesting how serious Kibe looks here. He's just like, oh, shit's about to hit the fan. Shit's not looking good today, is it, huh? Damn it, Kazuya, what you doing, my boy? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, the last thing I wanted to touch on, I took notes, I was double checking. The last thing I wanted to touch on is Chizuru, Mami knowing about Chizuru being Ichinose. So, one way that could happen, besides just research, because that's Mami's like whole thing, she's really good at research, is the movie. And during the movie, do you remember what the director said? We need to publicize your actual names and post posters of your actual name in the university. So I just wanted to alter this point I just made right here just a tad. See, the director never directly told them that they would be sharing this stuff everywhere. However, the guy who was helping with the crowdfunding told them that Chizuru needed to put her true name on there, Chizuru Ichinose, and Kazuya ended up handing out flyers for the movie. Now, it wasn't at school. However, the filming crew, there's a lot of things that were going on in the school, and I'm pretty sure at some point they might have passed out flyers somewhere near the school. And regardless, it was in Tokyo. So there's a lot of ways Mami could have found out. It wasn't just limited to it wasn't just limited to the information Mami was limited to. There's a lot of other things going on. I love that Reiji essentially used other factors that we knew about that Mami may have not known about to influence Mami's decision, because Mami is in this world, she's part of this world, and so anything that happens in this world can impact Mami, and Mami will know about it. And I find that very clever, that this is a living, breathing world, and that these characters aren't isolated from them whenever events are going on or whenever they're not in current plot lines. There's other stuff going on in the background. Now, it could be from a different reason. It could be because Mami is clever, and she noticed something pretty interesting, like right after the events of them talking and almost running into Mami, that was actually shown. This, right after, where Chizuru tells him about her dream, and she questions whether it's lame or something like that, and then she runs into him in school, and then she does this. She says hi to Kazuya. The way she's dressed is very similar to how she's dressed in this chapter. And it's a little different, of course, but she is wearing the shirt. And then she says hi, Kazuya smiles and then dawdles away. And then Mami is right there. She witnessed that. Now, it could be something else. It could be she didn't witness that. It could have been another time. But this could have been an influence as to how Mami found out. Because basically, maybe she didn't know. Maybe she didn't know that this was Chizuru. However, she could have pieced it from the movie. Because she knows this person is Chizuru Ichinose, and she saw them interact here. So, it could have clicked for her. And thus, that's how these events play out. And that's why, when she interacts with him here, this interaction makes sense for her. It makes perfect sense. And then when she interacts with Chizuru later on in the train, again, she's confirming the hunch, just like Chizuru said. She's figuring out exactly what's going on. She's piecing it together. Mami is literally playing detective in their love life. And that's actually really interesting, how the villain is the detective rather than the other way around. I really like that idea. I like that the villain is playing detective rather than the hero was playing detective. The heroes are like essentially playing a chess game with Mami, who's being the detective, and they're essentially trying to outplay her, and she is essentially slowly taking control because she's figuring out that they don't actually have weapons. Oh man, that's so cool. Finally, I wanted to touch on something pretty interesting. So I was talking to a friend of mine on Reddit, and they mentioned an article they made about the use of braids in Rent-A-Girlfriend and how the braids symbolize certain things. I'll link the post down below in the video, but this is something I wanted to touch on here that I find really fascinating, specifically about Mami. So basically what she says in her article is that the use of braids in Rent-A-Girlfriend symbolize connection, essentially, and how those connections play out. So for example, with Chizuru, when she's in Ichinose mode at school, her braids are separate, meaning she needs to keep separation. While when she's on her dates with Kazuya, the braid on her hair is tied together, symbolizing connection. And for example, another way to see it is when you see Chizuru on her the cafe date, where she's trying to figure out what Kazuya feels about her. She's wearing a sweater with braids on it. So, with all that being said, this is my take on the braids here. Now, again, this is just based on the article they wrote, and I liked how they wrote it, so I'm just basing my own theory based on their theory.
Wait, before that, do you want to see something cool?
Now I know you're playing me, and I do.
Yes, you don't have to take this seriously. However, I really like this idea, so I'm just gonna say it. Shut up. So, my prediction here is that, as I explained earlier, there's a lot of parallels between Mami and Chizuru. And with that being said, have you noticed how Mami only shows her real self to Chizuru? That is pretty interesting, and I think that's what the braids here symbolize. Because if you'll notice, in the earlier chapter when she runs into Kazuya in an almost identical kind of way, where Kazuya drops a paper, he comes down to get it, and then Mami is right there, literally mirroring image for image, panel for panel in this chapter, and it happens again here. But if you notice, in that one, she's also wearing a sweater. So if you notice, the sweater Mami is wearing is actually almost the same sweater that she's wearing here, except the top has braids. Look at it, it's almost identical. The little hands over here, everything on the side, except now she has more of a schoolgirl kind of like outfit to go. But so what I'm trying to say here about the braids is that Mami has a connection to Chizuru, and that connection is the fact that she shows her true self to Chizuru. No one else sees that besides Chizuru, and that in its own right creates a fascinating parallel between their characters, in that while Mami acts like Chizuru and she does things like Chizuru, and in a sense she has a connection to Chizuru because Chizuru opens up to Kazuya. No one else knows the true Chizuru besides Kazuya, just like that no one else knows the true Mami besides Chizuru. They're in a strange parallel where Mami is also an actress, but she's a twisted version of an actress, where she is an actress to maintain control, to exude pressure on people, while Chizuru is an actress that channels her inner insecurities to make other people happy, to make other people smile. She acts out her dream, while Mami acts out her insecurities. It's pretty ironic, like how it's being presented, and I love this almost parallel between the main two heroines. Hell, you could even make a parallel between Kibe and okay, let me grab this really quick. You can even make a parallel between Kibe and Kazuya, in the sense that Kibe is also a romantic, just like Kazuya. Kibe also wants love, just like Kazuya. He envies Kazuya, but he supports him, something Kazuya would 100% do. Kibe is a total homie. Both Kazuya and him are kinda dumb, but they're not that dumb. Kibe is clearly analytical. It's just sometimes when it comes to love, he's not as analytical, and sometimes he's dumb. Kazuya even points this out. He's been pretty like dumb about this, all things considered, and I think it's just because he trusts his friend. That's what Kibe's doing here. I think Kibe just trusts Kazuya, and so you can find parallels between Kazuya and Kibe, and so that could tell you a lot about how the reaction that Kibe will have next chapter will most likely play out. It will tell us a great deal about that, as Kibe is most likely gonna get mad at Kazuya at first, just like Kazuya would probably get mad at finding out something like this about a really dear friend. However, he will understand and he will support him, and I'm calling that right now. I think Kibe will be a huge, rather important anchor in Kazuya's life in terms of this, and he will actually be a huge support system, especially since he's an inside man and he knows the details. So Mami won't realize it, but he's essentially will become a Trojan horse right underneath her feet, and she doesn't even know. And that in its own right might actually save Chizuru and Kazuya's relationship. And that's just something I find super fascinating. I love how there's essentially two separate parallel stories, two plot lines that are essentially playing out from completely different perspectives that are eventually going to intersect. And that is perfect in the sense that what it says here, next time, chaos at Nirma University. Because in the end, this is all just insanity happening all at once, and it's all going to come together eventually. I love that kind of writing. I find that extremely clever. But yeah, and then the other thing you could also interpret it as is the sweater is Mami essentially wearing an armor, because as I pointed out earlier, she also has the sweater with Kazuya, and so the sweater is essentially showing the armor that she's putting on, and she has a bit of her shoulders showing off just to show essentially how she's not afraid to, scare the shit out of Kazuya, because in a sense she has control, so she shows a part of her real self to Kazuya, and that in its own right exudes a sense of control. Hell, there's even like kinda not really braids on. Okay, I'm reading too much into it. I'm reading too much into it, but there is kind of like not braids, like lines over here, so you know that's kind of fitting, where she actually does have a connection to Kazuya, but it's not like a connection, it's kind of just an attachment out of a feeling she can't really understand, because that's kind of how Mami is as a character. She doesn't understand her feelings and she doesn't try to, while Chizuru as a character essentially avoids her feelings in fear of getting hurt, and slowly but surely she comes to start accepting the dreamer aspect of her character, and that dreamer aspect is essentially starting to take over. But because Kazuya is going to confess, that scares her to her very core, as it is essentially a primordial kind of thing where it's something that's always been there with her, and it naturally just comes out whenever stuff like this happens with Kazuya. So yeah, I've ranted enough. Mami is, yeah, as it shows in this image, Mami's walking backwards, Kazuya is walking forwards, and I'm interested to see where it will go from here, as this is clearly the beginning of the Mami arc. The beginning of everything going to hell and the Mami character finally being explored. Okay, this is the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed this little analysis I did and the reading reaction I did. I hope you like what was going on here. Remember, if you liked the video, subscribe, hit the like button. I forgot what I was gonna say. Subscribe, hit the like button, and bell icon. That's what it was. God damn it, I always forget the stupid bell icon. So yeah, hit the bell icon, follow me on Twitter, because I share Rent-A-Girlfriend content. Okay, I'm ranting. Anyways, go check out part 2 of this video, and for now, I've been Fate, and let's mosey. I'll see you guys in the next video. God damn, I always do this shit. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much, and let's mosey.